If this is a regular business meeting, the discussion and voting should be brought up under new business. If it is a special meeting, the process is handled immediately after departure. When considering the person for admission, the decisions should be based on their desire to stay clean and sober and work on their recovery, their ability to pay, their willingness to participate, and their need for housing.
Keep in mind this person is probably very new to recovery, and that with the right support and help can change principles before personalities. With that, I'd like to open up discussion. I think we should start with Cheryl, since she'll be Cheryl's roommate if we accept her.
Well, she seemed pretty nervous, but I think she was sincere. I was impressed with the fact she realizes going back with that boyfriend would be bad news for her, and that she wants to get into a clean and sober, supportive environment. She also has her deposit already and is signed up with a DATSA, so she'd be able to meet her obligations for rent. I really liked her.
I think she was really nervous, but I think we all were when we interviewed. But she was honest. You know, she's attending her aftercare with her outpatient. She's doing 12-step meetings. She has a sponsor, you know, and I know her sponsor. I think she'll be good working with her. But I think she'll fit in.
Well, I thought that she seemed pretty aware of her relapse behaviors and that she wants to change. And she's on probation, so she has to do random UAs, which is good for both her and us. I think we should accept her.
Well,
The president calls for the voice vote. In this case, the applicant was accepted.
I will second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
Great. I'll give her a call tomorrow and have her bring her sobriety deposit over in either an agency check or a money order. And since Cheryl will be her new roommate, how about if you show her the ropes?
Okay, it'd be my pleasure.
In this case, the applicant was accepted, and preparations for the new House member are now made. Let's observe another
We all go to
interview.
meetings, you know, that's pretty much supports our recovery.
So could you tell us a little something about yourself, how you got here?
Well, I guess I started smoking weed in about the 6th grade. So got into high school, did a little bit heavier drugs, you know, not much. Got into a little bit of stealing, did armed robbery and went to prison when I was about 18. I learned a lot more about drugs in there, and I really started kicking in. And, you know, meth, heroin, cocaine, you know, did it all. Got into a bunch of trouble, did some frauds and stuff, and now I'm on probation, and, you know, my probation officer don't want me using drugs, so suggested maybe I find a clean and sober house. I guess I tried NA and got AA. That just really ain't for me.
I noticed on your application that you checked you were not an alcoholic. Does that mean you would be okay with a couple of beers or a drink?
Not sure, man. I know I'm a drug addict, but I never really drank.
This is a zero-tolerance house, and if you use or drink at any time living here, you'll be asked to leave immediately, and you won't get your sobriety deposit back.
What plan do you have for recovery?
Well, I guess I'm going to be living here with you guys, and I guess I'll do whatever my probation requires.
You mentioned your probation. Do you have any legal matters pending or anything like that?
Just child support and some restitution, but I figure if I get on disability or welfare that they'll get off my back about it.
Disability, or you got medical problems? I noticed from your application it said you're taking medication.
Yeah, well, I got in a car wreck a while back, and I just take Vicodin whenever I need it to help with the pain.
Does your doctor know that you're an addict?
Hell yeah.
Well, Vicodin is an addictive narcotic. We don't allow any addictive narcotics in an Oxford house. Can your doctor prescribe something that isn't so for a painkiller?
Look, I don't know. I got hurt in this wreck, and I'm not going to stop taking my pain medication just to live here.
So you say you don't get anything from the 12-step meetings, but would you go to meetings if you had to?
Look,
would you maybe get a sponsor?
Look, I'll do whatever my probation officer tells me to do.
So how would we know if you were relapsing?
I'd probably rob you and never come back.
Ted, In order to be accepted in Oxford House, it requires an 80% vote of the membership. You'll be required to pay $80 a week with a $150 deposit. You also have to share a room with Chico. Will you be able to come up with the money and afterward be able to pay later?
Shit, man, I was hoping to get a room by myself, man. I've been sharing rooms in prison this whole time. Just for the money, you know. My old lady's probably going to help me come up with some of it, and then I'll probably get on disability or welfare or something. You know, I can't really work, and thought maybe I might go to school or something.
What makes you think that living in Oxford is for you?
Well, shit, man, my probation officer told me, you know, I need someplace to live. I got to have an address.
Let me give you a little scenario. Say you and Chico are roommates, you know. Chico comes home one day and he's loaded, you know, says he just smoked a little dope and, you know, he's having a hard time. You know, he lost his job and, you know, he's having problems with his old lady, you know, and he doesn't want to move out. You know, he really wants to stay here, you know, and he wants you to cover for him. You know, how would you handle that?
Shit, you know, that ain't nobody's business but his, and I ain't a fucking snitch.
There are no snitches at Oxford House. It's tough love. We want a clean and sober home.
Tim, the principal of Oxford says that
This scenario is told in various forms. By not telling or urging them not to tell, both people are subject to eviction. Total sobriety must be observed for the safety of all members of the house.
Tim, the correct response to that scenario would have been that I would have gone to my other fellow roommates, and collectively we would have approached Chico. Therefore, I wouldn't have been putting myself or you in jeopardy and protecting your sobriety. It's not snitching, and it's not enabling him to continue with his problem. Thanks for coming by. We're going to go into our business meeting now, at which time we're going to vote. I'll give you a call later tonight or early tomorrow. The number we have for you, it is a good number, isn't it?
Yeah, I should be there till about 10 tomorrow.
Okay, thanks for coming by, Tim. We really appreciate it.
All right. All right, thanks.
All right.
And stay sober.
Again, when considering the person for admission, the decisions should be based on their desire to stay clean and sober and work on their recovery, their ability to pay, their willingness to participate, and their need for housing.
Well, I think that guy needs more than we can offer him.
Yeah, absolutely. He's not willing to work a program of recovery. He's scamming the system. He's using narcotics. And plus, he probably won't have any money.
I seen him downtown with my old drug dealers, so.
Yeah, I don't think this guy's looking for recovery. You know, besides, he makes me a little bit nervous.
This candidate has displayed many reasons for non-acceptance. An important item to consider is that he doesn't especially want to live in the house, but needs it to be in compliance with his probation officer. All of these problems would jeopardize the safe environment of the home.
Well, I've made up my mind, and I'm ready to vote.
I make a motion that we reject him.
I'll second that.
All in favor of rejection? Then I'll make the call.
When notifying a prospect member of their rejection, they should be told only that they did not receive the 80% vote. In this case, they may want to add that when he is really ready to work a program of recovery, that he would be welcome to reapply.
Oh, hello, what's up?
Hey, Tim, this is Johnny from the Oxford House.
Oh, hey, how's it going, Johnny?
Oh, pretty good. I called to give the results of our voting.
All right.
Unfortunately, you didn't receive the 80% needed to move into Oxford.
Fuck. All right, man.
Okay, well, Tim, keep your head up.
All right.
And just try, don't use.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man.
All right.
In the video you've just seen, you've watched Oxford House residents in Washington State demonstrate how new members are admitted into an Oxford House. Oxford Houses work. More than 80% of the individuals who live in the houses stay clean and sober forever. In this country today, 12.5 million alcoholics need recovery. 5.5 million individuals are addicted to crack, cocaine, or heroin. Pass the good news on. Oxford Houses work.